documentary Lady Wrestler, the amazing untold story of African American women in the ring, chronicles trailblazing women who broke gender boundaries in a male-dominated sport back in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. One of those women is Ethel Brown. While Lady Wrestler, which I directed, focuses on the contributions of African American women, the commentary of Ethel Brown, who happens to be Caucasian, is invaluable. Ethel was good friends with Babs Wingo and Ethel Johnson, two African American women who happened to be sisters and, like Ethel Brown, also hailed from Columbus, Ohio. Despite the strict segregation of the era, even in a northern town like Columbus, Ethel Brown befriended Ethel Johnson and Babs Wingo. In this clip from the Lady Wrestler documentary, Ethel Brown talks about how, instead of viewing Ethel Johnson and Babs Wingo as competition, she struck up a friendship with them. Some of Billy Wolf's wrestlers were threatened by new girls who stepped into the ring. But Babs and Ethel were befriended by a young Caucasian wrestler who, by coincidence, also happened to be named Ethel.
Because we were new, probably the old girls didn't really want that much to do with us. They would answer questions if we asked them, but they had their own things that they wanted to do. So the three of us would exercise together or work out together in the ring, try something new, give each other advice.
A couple of important details to mention. Ethel Johnson and Babs Wingo's younger sister, Marva Scott, also became a trailblazing wrestler. But from what I could gather from my interviews and research, Ethel Brown was more of a peer to Babs and Ethel, the other Ethel, Ethel Johnson, because Marva was younger. Ethel Brown is certainly a legend in her own right. You can learn more about her in her very own documentary, Pin Down Girl, which was released in 2008 and directed by her daughter, Fife Ashenbrenner. According to the IMDb description of Pin Down Girl, Ethel found glamour, travel, friendship, money, and disillusionment as a girl wrestler from 1950 to 1956. I'll put the link to Pin Down Girl in the description of this video. In the meantime, here's another clip of Ethel Brown from the soon-to-be-released Lady Wrestler documentary, in which she describes Columbus, the town where Ethel and wrestling colleagues Ethel Johnson, Babs Wingo, Marva Scott, and many other trailblazing women wrestlers, as well as their famous, or should I say infamous, promoter, Billy Wolf, got their start. Oh, and by the way, Columbus also happens to be my hometown as well. During the Golden Age, the epicenter of professional wrestling was, of all places, the sleepy Midwestern town, Columbus, Ohio.
A big country town, and I was called a hick. Anyone that came from Columbus was considered a hick, I guess, or a Buckeye.